Hi parents, my name is Mrs. Miller and your son or daughter is in my fourth grade class this year at Orchard Elementary, and I am so excited to meet you. I am so excited to work with your child, and I am looking forward to a fabulous year. I wanted to give you kind of an overview of this year really quickly since we don't have an official back to school night where you come and get a presentation. This way you can just view this on your own time. If you have questions or concerns, please let me know. We'll jump right in. A little bit about me. I have been teaching for 16 years, and I am super excited to be back in fourth grade. I love the age group. They're old enough that they are independent and learning to explore and be thinkers on their own, but they're still little enough that those hormones haven't kicked in quite yet. I have a one little girl, and so I have a few pictures of her up there. I love to travel. I love to do international travel. And thanks to COVID, I kind of dying down a little bit. I get to be out and do that more. And I just love to hang out with my family. Some other things that I love Coke Zero. I love hedgehogs. I love the color blue. And I love peanut butter M&Ms. So at the meet and greet, or the first day of school, if you can't get to the meet and greet, then that's okay. There's going to be some things being sent home. I just want to run through those with you so that when you get those home, whether at the meet and greet or in a backpack on that first day, you know what they are and you know that they're coming. The first thing that will be coming is a blue and yellow folder that is an Orchard Elementary folder. Inside that folder is information from me. Inside that folder is a lot of information. Some things I want to highlight that I actually need back. I know, I'm going to make you fill out stuff. I'm sorry. There is a blue getting to know you sheet. This just helps me to understand where your child is at, their strengths, their challenges at school. It also gives me really important information like how they get home and if they have any medical conditions I need to be aware of. There is I believe it's on yellow, social media release sheet. If you could just sign that if you are comfortable with your child's picture being used up around the school and on social media this year. If you're not comfortable with that, go ahead and there's a spot that says you don't give your consent. So don't feel pressured into that. And there is also a white field trip note. This is just permission to go on all field trips throughout the year. We will notify you what field trips, when, where we're going. They're not quite planned yet. We're working on that. But this just gives permission for all field trips so that you're not constantly signing things throughout the year. The next thing I want to talk about is background checks. I bring this up because you cannot be in a classroom, you cannot be on a field trip, you really can't get past the office without your background check being done with Davis School District. If you have done your background check with Davis School District during the past 2 or 3 years, you are good to go. You don't have to redo that. But if you are new to Davis School District, if you are new to Orchard Elementary, you do have to get that done. You contact the district. There's information in those packets on how to do that. You do have to physically go into the district building and get fingerprints. It takes a couple of weeks to set up appointments and then a couple of weeks to get those back. So try to get on that as soon as possible. And then lastly, there will be at that meet and greet or that first day of school a PTA packet. It is a big white envelope, and that envelope is going to come home with only one child in your family. I'm not sure if it's the oldest or the youngest. Either way, you get one for your whole family. And in that is all of the fabulous things PTA is sponsoring this year. And I just really want to encourage you guys to at least become PTA members. You don't have to volunteer. I know you're busy. I know sometimes it's asking a lot to spend even more time at the school. But if you could just sign up and be part of the PTA, it goes a long ways. And that really, really helps our kids and our students. And that helps us be able to have the money and the support to do fun activities for your kids. There's also in that PTA packet t-shirt sign up. So if you want to get a t-shirt, that's also really great. It's a great way for the kids to show their school spirit. And then it's one less back to school shirt that you have to buy at the store. So those are great. Watch for those. Our class website this year, I do use Canvas a lot. So I will post things on Canvas occasionally. more or less the kids will be using that. They'll become really familiar in how to use it. So that's Canvas. I think hopefully in 3rd grade, 2nd grade, their teachers used it then. Okay, something new I am trying this year, and I will be really honest, we might do it for a week or two and then I might stop if it's not working. I am going to try to have a class Instagram account. With this account, I have made it completely private, so only those of you that are parents can request to follow, and that will only be allowed. You will be the only ones that can see whatever I post, and I have turned off all the comments, so no one will be allowed to comment on anything other than myself. So hopefully that will be enough protection. I will only post videos and photos of kids that have that media release signed. If you do not sign it, I will not post pictures of your child at all. I want to use this Instagram account just as throwing up reminders of things that are happening in our classroom. Things like, hey, remember tomorrow's pajama day, or hey, remember tomorrow is early out, things like that. And I also just want to be able to post fun activities that we're doing so you can see what's happening, because I know so much of the time you ask your kid, what did you do at school today? And they're like, nothing. And so this way you can see that. You can kind of have that window into our classroom. Like I said, it may not work. If it doesn't work, I'll shut it down. We're just trying. I thought it would be something fun. So if you want to follow our classroom, just search Mrs. Meller 4th. There should be, the profile picture looks like the one right there. I will approve your request, and we're going to try it. I am going to be sending, every 2 weeks, I will send an email home saying, hey, here's what we're doing in class. So there is communication beyond Instagram. If you don't want to follow our class, I understand. Or if you don't have Instagram, I will be sending every other week an email. I just know from past experience, emails don't always get read. And I am guilty of that as well. When people are like, I sent you an email, I'm like, oh, really? Let me check. So I'm just trying to make our classroom a little bit more accessible to you guys. And I know if it just comes up in my feed, then I'm like, oh, that's fun, that's cute. So that is the purpose of that. If you don't want to sign up, I understand, but I would love to have all of you follow so you can see what's going on in our classroom and have that inside view. Classroom supplies. So all school supplies are completely provided, you guys. I have pencil boxes with everything your kid needs in it. Colored pencils, crayons, scissors, pencils. I have whiteboards for them. I have folders for them. I have notebooks for them. I have everything. You are more than welcome to purchase some of those if you want. They can keep them in their backpack. They can keep them at home as a home workstation. I have everything really, so please don't go spend money on crayons and colored pencils unless you want to. Know that that's provided. I wanted to take that off your list. I know that back to school can be expensive, just getting backpacks and lunch boxes and shoes and clothes. So everything they need in my classroom is completely provided. I've already purchased it. It's ready to go. If your child wants to bring a water bottle, they sure can. That is the one thing I don't give them. I would recommend a water bottle they can wash out, something with a lid. Every night I do ask them that they throw it in their backpack and take it home. That's just so they can wash it. Because if I don't, then those water bottles get really, really, really nasty and kids get sick. So they can bring a water bottle. Please only put water in it. They don't need the sugary drinks here at school, and if they spill, they make a really big mess. So water is always a great option. They can refill their water bottle throughout the day if they need to. Any other questions on classroom supplies? Let me know. Homework. Okay, so I know this is a hot topic. I do homework with my kids. I try to only give them 10 to 15 minutes of homework. It is just a review so they can really get those skills that we have learned that day in class. They can really cement them, really get them down so that as we continue to build on those skills throughout the week, throughout the month, they have a really solid foundation, and it's just additional practice that I just don't have time for in class. So there'll be a really short comprehension sheet, and I may even change that For sure, there's going to be a math worksheet that's going to have 5 to 10 problems of what we did in class that day, and then a reading challenge. I will give you more information on homework as it goes on. Know, though, that it shouldn't take your kid more than 10 to 15 minutes a day. If it is, let me know. We can work something out. Math facts. So in 4th grade, it is a really big deal to have our math facts memorized. If they don't, it becomes so problematic and it makes math so hard. And I just see their little tears and their frustration because they are trying to figure out what 9 times 6 is. And then they get so frustrated with that they can't even do the rest of the math problem. So I challenge my kids to have all their multiplication and division facts passed off by the 31st. We work on them every single day in class. And to pass them off, they have to know that fact in under 2 seconds. They don't have a lot of time to think about it. It has to be very automatic. If they have passed off all their multiplication and division facts by Halloween, they get to smash a pie in my face. And it's super fun, and the kids love it. I love it. It's messy. It's all over the cafeteria. We have a huge party. So that is something for them to work toward this year. You can start working on that right now. Just even when you're in the car driving places, just start quizzing them. Or when you're in line places at the grocery store, just get them to know those facts. We will be working on it outside, but anything at home also helps. 40 book challenge is my reading challenge this year. I don't like to do book reports. They take a lot of time. They become parent projects. Reading logs, I have found that at the end of the month, everyone just writes 20 minutes on every day and sends it back, whether or not we're actually reading. So I like to do a book challenge. It's 40 books. That is a book a week. I will give you more information as the year gets going, but know that that's coming. It's 100-page minimum on your books, so they don't have to be very big, and appropriate level. So if your child is reading on a 4th grade level, I want them reading 4th grade books. If your child is reading on like a 6th grade level, let's get them books on their level. If your child is reading on a lower level, I will accept those books as well. I have a book list on my Canvas website that I can share with you, and it's just recommended. There is not like they have to read these books. No. They can read any book they want. There are different genres that I ask them to explore, but any book under those genres is great. I'll give you more information. I am a big believer in library books, audiobooks, ebooks. You do not have to go out and buy books. So more information is coming on that, but know that they can get reading right away. Okay, I need to talk about smartwatches. So I know that as a parent, it's so important to keep track of your kid. I know that you want to know they're safe. I know you want to know where they're at. I know that these little people, especially as they are growing up and getting their independence, aren't always where they say they're going to be. They might go to a different friend's house or get distracted on the playground. And so I understand the reason for them. However, it is district policy that they have to be kept in their backpacks from bell to bell. So please send them with your child. I know they're going different activities after school and before school, and I know you need to communicate with them. That is totally fine. Just know that they have to stay in the kid's backpack from the first bell to the last bell. They don't come out at lunch. They don't come out at recess. If they do come out, I'll ask them to put them away. If they see them twice, their watch will be sent to the office, and then you as an adult will have to come pick up that watch from the office. That includes Apple Watches, Gab watches, any other brand of watch. There has been several issues with kids texting each other, with kids texting home, kids recording each other without permission, just lots of things that we don't want to get into with them. If your child has a health plan or an IEP that does require their smartwatch, then that is totally fine and appropriate. But for the majority of my students, know that send them, let them have them, but they just need to be in their backpack just like a cell phone during the school day. If you have questions on that, let me know. Birthdays, so we do celebrate in class. If you want to bring a small treat, you can on the day of their birthdays. And then for those kids that have summer birthdays, so June, July, and August when we're not in school, I celebrate their half birthday. I'll let you know when their half birthday is, and we can celebrate then. So everybody gets to celebrate. The only thing I ask is just be very cautious of allergies. So if you want to bring in treats, please don't bring anything with nuts especially. And if there's other allergies I find out in the next few weeks about, I'll let you know that as well. You are not required to bring a treat. We celebrate in class. They get a prize. They get a reward for me. So that's that. Contacting me. You are free to email me whenever you need to. I try throughout the day to check my email 2 or 3 times a day while I'm teaching and try to get back to you as soon as I can. At night, I do try to get back to you before I go to bed. I do have kids of my own. I do have a family, and so I prioritize them over emails at night. But once they are down for the night, I do check that email. If it's immediate, I try to respond to you. I will always promise you I will have a response back in 24 hours. So use that email. Know that it's probably the best way to contact me. You can call me on my school phone. If you do call me during the day, though, know that I'm really bad at checking it till after school. So if it is a message such as, hey, little Jennifer needs to go home with Sally today, I'm not picking her up, please do not leave that message on my phone, you guys, because I won't get it, and then Jennifer won't go home with Sally, and then I will feel really bad. You will be upset because your kid isn't where you told them to be, and it will just not be good. So please, if it's messages like that need to get to your kid during the school day, leave that message with the office. Our secretaries are fabulous at getting the message to us. They send a note down to the office or they buzz into my classroom so that we make sure those kiddos get those messages. So just please don't leave it on my phone. Email it to me, or if it's like seriously within the last 30 minutes of school, please just call the office. It clears up a lot of confusion and gets kids where they need to be. You can also set up an appointment and come and talk to me. I know some things are best with just a meeting, and I am totally fine with that to meet with you before or after school. Know that I love getting feedback from you. Know that I love to hear what's working and what's not working for you and your family. So I'm very open to that. So if you have any questions, please let me know this year, you guys. I would much rather have you come to me and talk to me and we can work through things than things being frustrating to you and then your kid hating school or you hating school as a parent. I've been there where I'm just like, this isn't working for us. So let me know. Know that more information in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I will fill up your inbox. I will try to get information to you as this year gets going. Know that I am so looking forward to tomorrow night, to meeting you guys at the meet and greet. Know that I am so excited to get the school year started. I feel like this is the first normal year since COVID, and I am so excited. I am so excited to have your kids back, all of them back. I am excited to be able to do some things that we haven't done in a few years, and I can just feel that this year is going to be magical. So I will see you tomorrow night. If you have questions, let me know. Thank you.